You wander through a dense forest, vibrancy surrounding you in every breath, freshly fallen leaves underfoot, crackling softly while the distant calls of birds create a rich symphony of nature. Sunlight drips through the emerald canopy above, illuminating patches of the forest floor like spots of gold amidst the vibrant green. It's beautiful, serene, yet you sense a chill that coils around your spine, a whisper of something ominous lurking beneath the peaceful surface. What if the greatest danger to wildlife doesn't come from humans wielding guns, but from an insidious darkness that creeps quietly, patiently? You follow your instincts deeper into the foliage, curiosity pulling you forward like a current against the gentle tide of serenity. The tempting scent of rich earth fills the air, mingling with something sharp, something metallic. Blood? The recognition sharpens your awareness, igniting a flame of urgency in your chest. You press on, heart racing. The forest seems alive with secrets, echoing with silent stories and hidden truths that yearn to be uncovered. Every rustle, every whisper of wind sends a shiver through you. With each step, the sunlight fades, shadows creeping forward. The feeling of unease solidifies in the air. Suddenly, everything shifts. The trees part, revealing a trail cut by human hands, leading toward something unimaginable. An animal factory. The sight pulls your breath from your lungs. Here lies a hellish environment, thriving in the shadows, hidden from the world. The stench of fear and desperation clings to the air like a heavy fog, oppressive and suffocating. Cages stacked upon one another form a twisted jigsaw of despair, each one holding a captive soul, eyes wide and pleading, reflecting the suffering of the innocent trapped inside. You feel your heart clench as you recognize the cries of these voiceless creatures, so close, yet drowned out by the world rushing by unaware. That sharp scent claws at your senses, urging you onward. You move closer, drawn to the echoes of despair deep in the heart of this spectral prison. Their silent screams wrap around you, a requiem for lives reduced to nothing but status symbols in a grotesque game driven by greed. The factory is distressing, with its rusted metal looming like a dark omen, a mausoleum of forgotten beings trapped in cages that taunt their existence. You can feel their collective suffering seep into your bones, each heartbeat resonating with a grand, tragic symphony. You press a hand against the cold metal of a nearby cage, and the instinctive admission of horror floods through you. This is the price of human ignorance, an unbearable weight that crushes the soul daily. As you continue deeper, the scenery morphs, the air thickening with desperation. A pervasive sense of horror coats the atmosphere like a thick miasma, pulling on strands of your consciousness. You find it impossible not to see the stark contrast between the vibrant forest surrounding these cages and the misery within. The foliage, lush and free, seems to whisper of innocence, while the factory looms, a dystopian shadow that starkly represents the darker side of humanity. Your chest tightens at the sight of a fox, once proud and spirited, now cowering in a corner, fur-matted, eyes clouded with hopelessness. You half expect it to vanish into the shadows, but instead it stays, a ghost in its own tale. Just a few feet away, a rabbit quivers, its small form trembling with trepidation. Their spirit is broken, worn down by an existence marked by suffering, all while life continues beyond these bars, oblivious. This hidden cruelty quietly unfolds, a pattern of silent decay that echoes through the trees just beyond the factory's reach. You begin to comprehend the gravity of the situation. Flashes of guilt and anger swirl inside you. This is not merely an isolated incident. It's a reflection of humanity's callous disregard for the lives of creatures lost to a world obsessed with profit and possession. Yet, amid the overwhelming tide of despair, a flicker of hope blossoms within you. What if someone or something could intervene? What if the invisible ties binding you to these animals could spark a force of change? You wrestle with the sense of helplessness swirling in your chest. These beings are innocent, stripped of agency and dignity, held captive within confines of cruelty. And then, your heart leaps as you notice movement at the edge of your vision. A bear emerges from the shadows, a colossal figure gliding into the clearing with a grace that belies its size. Strong, majestic, and commanding, the embodiment of nature's wild spirit. Your breath hitches. You've heard stories of their fierce resolve and remarkable instincts. Now, you witness the possibility of raw determination and unexpected heroism. But this is no ordinary confrontation. There's something almost sacred in this moment, an intertwining of fate, where hope meets despair, where the instinct to protect is born. This bear, driven not by rage but by an almost palpable instinct to safeguard its territory, appears oblivious to the suffering surrounding it, but drawn closer by the primal scent of desperation. You brace yourself, understanding that with this unexpected guardian, everything you think you know about heroism is about to be rewritten. The machinery of cruelty may have built this factory, but nature has its own will, a force that can't be ignored. And you realize, with a flicker of adrenaline racing through your veins, that something extraordinary is about to unfold. You are about to witness the moment when nature pushes back against oppression, revealing not just a struggle for survival, but the indomitable spirit that desires balance in a broken world. In this hidden corner of the forest, the stage is set, not just for confrontation, but for a radical awakening. A challenging act of bravery is on the horizon, and you feel as if you have been pulled into a story sublime in its urgency, one that will forever alter your understanding of what it means to be a protector and a witness in the wild symphony of life. You steady your breath, heart racing as the bear draws closer, the tension in the air palpable, electric. The gentle rustle of leaves seems to hush, as if nature itself holds its breath, waiting for the unfolding to begin. This isn't just a chance encounter. It's a confrontation poised on the brink of transformation, a clash of the innocent and the malevolent, where hope might yet triumph against despair. The bear's massive form glistens under the fading light, a stark contrast against the cold, grey confines of the factory, the embodiment of nature's raw power and unyielding force. He shakes his mighty head and snorts, sniffing the air, detecting the suffering around him. The creatures in their cages stir. You can feel their spirits rising as they sense the presence of a liberator, an unexpected hero about to challenge their fate. With unwavering determination, he strides toward the rows of cages where darkness dominates and the cries of the captive holler softly. Each step reverberates against the metal cages, echoing the collective heartbeats of the imprisoned souls. It's a cacophony of desperate longing, and as he approaches, the despair that hung thick in the air seems to pulsate with renewed life. You can see it in their eyes, the glimmer of hope ignited by his powerful presence. The bear pauses before the first cage, grunting low in his throat, the sound a resonant promise that change is imminent. This is not a moment orchestrated by humans. This is nature reclaiming its right. It's a reminder that the wild has its own set of laws, its own guardians. You watch in awe as he paws at the metal bars, testing the strength of his own will against the chains of oppression. The sound is thunderous, a raw declaration of intent. Your heart races and you feel the energy shift, an electric charge building as the bear exerts his power. He's not just an animal in this moment, he is a symbol of resistance. The clang of metal against metal rings out, reverberating through the air and sending shockwaves of fear into the hearts of the unseen poachers. They emerge from their hidden lair, startled and confused by the bear's unexpected audacity. Their faces twist in shock as they fumble to regain control over the chaos unfolding. You can see it in their eyes, the disbelief at the very audacity of an animal pushing back. In that instant, the bear stands tall, a towering silhouette against the dimming light, embodying resilience dripping with fury and purpose. A visceral growl erupts from deep within him, a sound so primal it sends shivers down your spine. You feel a rush of adrenaline as the poachers falter, their malice momentarily eclipsed by the sheer force of nature confronting them. The caged animals seem to respond in kind, emerging from their frozen states, eyes alight with newfound fervor. You hear the skittering of claws against metal, a burgeoning symphony of awakening. The factory, with all its cruelty and darkness, begins to tremble under the weight of the bear's presence. It's a powerful testament to nature's will, rising from the ashes of despair, a rebellion against the oppression that has chained these creatures for far too long. Caught in the throes of the moment, you cannot ignore the strong undercurrent of moral clarity washing over you. This bear is more than a guardian. He is a righteous force, and each action he takes is imbued with a purpose that transcends mere survival. He embodies nature rising against the human folly that seeks to exploit and commodify the innocent. The poachers rally, launching themselves toward the bear, sharp tools clutched in trembling hands. You feel a rush of fear, an instinct to intervene, but your legs are rooted to the spot. Instead, you watch, breathless, as the bear's instincts kick into gear. With agile prowess, he moves, a thunderous blur of fur and muscle. He deftly dodges, drawing nearer to the nearest cage, where a trembling deer overlooks the chaos, wide-eyed and on the verge of despair. In an astonishing display of power, the bear drives his massive body against the cage, the metal creaking in protest. There's a moment when the poachers' resolve fractures, a glimpse of fear etches across their faces as they witness their grip on control loosening. With a final, resolute shove, the cage buckles and gives way. The door swings open wide, and a burst of movement erupts from within. Two frightened deer leap forward, their bodies urged by the instinct to flee toward freedom. You can hear the chorus of rustling and frantic hoofbeats as they disappear into the forest, escaping the clutches of darkness. The bear stands there, imposing and unmoving as a symbol of hope. The poachers now feel the growing weight of panic, their demeanor shifting as they scramble to reassess the situation. The air thickens with tension as they now realize they are up against an unforeseen force of nature. In the heart of turmoil, you observe an extraordinary truth. The resilience of the wild meets the fragility of human greed. Nature does not yield easily, for it has felt pain. It has witnessed the injustices unfold in silence. The very fabric of existence that binds all living creatures together is stretched thin by exploitation. But now, at this moment, it is strengthened by this act of unexpected bravery. As the chaos spirals, you feel a tide of emotions swell within you, a mix of awe and inspiration. The air brims with possibility, stirring hope that perhaps balance can be restored. A mutual understanding flickers amidst the struggle. Each creature has a right to live free, away from the shackles of human indifference. The bear's presence signals a shift, not just for the captured souls behind those once impenetrable bars, but for a definite reckoning to humanity's moral compass. This moment, suspended in time, crystallizes clarity amid the storm, igniting the fires of change. As the sun dips beneath the horizon, the forest holds its breath, waiting for the revelation of what happens next. Your breath hitches as you watch the drama unfold in slow motion, a vivid tableau of nature's raw instinct clashing with human greed. The bear, now a fierce guardian of the forest, stands unwavering amidst the chaos. As the poachers scramble in the shifting shadows, disbelief ripples through their ranks. They mustered strength with numbers, but faced with this unexpected colossus, they falter, their self-assured cruelty cracking under the weight of reality, a reality where nature refuses to be passive. The bear lashes out, not with blind fury, but with calculated precision, embodying the ferocity that has long been suppressed by those who seek to dominate. He lunges forward, slamming his powerful paws against another cage, sending a resonant shiver of metal cutting through the air like a battle cry. The clang reverberates ominously, beckoning others to act, to join in this rebellion against captivity. A chorus of cries bursts forth as cage doors swing open wide. One by one, souls cocooned in confinement seize their chance for liberation. A bobcat darts past, fur rippling like liquid gold in the waning sunlight, followed by a chorus of rabbits bounding across the clearing, a wave of life unleashed into the open world. The air thickens with urgency and desperation as beings who once cowered in fear find their strength at last. You can feel it, an electric pulse in the atmosphere, a tidal wave of liberation washing over this grim landscape. Suddenly, the previously muted cries of the factory morph into a wild cacophony of freedom and agitated life. You watch in awe as more animals rush out, rallying around their newfound hope, absorbing the bravery of the bear like a spark igniting a flame. But the poachers are not idle, barreling forward in a panicked attempt to regain control. Their shouts pierce through the chaos, threatening and desperate. "Get it! Stop it!" One of them bellows, voice cracking with anger and fear. The forest fills with the tension of battle, nature versus humanity, instinct versus cruelty. You feel the weight of moral reckoning, the shifting tides of justice, a dramatic infusion of fresh air coursing through your entire being. Realizing what's at stake, the bear shifts his focus, eyes narrowing on the nearest poacher who struggles to approach, gathering whatever remains of their brash confidence. With a primal roar that echoes through the trees like thunder, the bear launches himself forward with breathtaking ferocity, a force of raw will, fierce and righteous. In that moment, everything seems to slow down. You feel as if you're standing on the precipice of an indelible moment in history as the bear pounces, sheer power behind every motion. You watch in awe, the air heavy with anticipation as courage catapults him into the heart of danger. Fearlessness emanates from his form. He becomes a paragon of nature's rightful defense. The poachers, now faced with an unstoppable force, take unexpected steps back, eyes wide with dawning realization. Their sinister grip on power trembles, as if the very earth beneath them has chosen to forsake their hold. Nature's justice is unyielding, an age-old reckoning unraveling before your eyes. With a decisive swipe, the bear dislodges a poacher, sending him crashing to the ground. The crack of bone and yelp of fear punctuates the air. It's a swift, visceral reminder of the consequences born from cruelty. You feel a surge of triumph mingle with apprehension. This is a reminder cloaked in raw dignity. It's not an act of mindless aggression. It's an assertion of balance, of rightful fury born from suffering. As confusion reigns among the poachers, the captured animals seize the moment of distraction. They scatter eagerly into the embrace of the sprawling forest, a whirlwind of energy surging forth with newfound purpose. The bear, now a beacon of hope, stands grounded, eyes fierce yet focused, a protector refusing to back down. You catch sight of a sliver of moon peeking through the branches, illuminating the chaos beneath. A mystical spotlight showering the newfound freedom cascading into the wild. It's a poignant contrast to the dark intentions of those who sought to exploit life for profit, and you realize you are witnessing a profound shift. Nature is not just reacting, it is reclaiming what is inherently its own. In the throes of this tumultuous awakening, you are tethered between hope and despair, exhilaration and dread. The sheer willpower embodied by the bear breathes life back into the once silent story of those hidden from view. You can sense a growing momentum, a voice locked deep within you rising in solidarity with the woodland creatures escaping their confines, a whisper urging you to forge a connection to this unfolding narrative. As more animals emerge, the balance of power tilts decisively. The poachers, once confident in their monstrous grip, dissolve in the face of their uncertain reckoning. You feel the stirring of a movement gathering, an inspiration born from this raw act of bravery, a wave of rebellion echoing through your own heart. Among the chaos, as the bear pushes forward against the last remnants of opposition, a single thought pierces through. This isn't just a battle. It's a revelation, an awakening that embeds itself into your heart. Liberation is the birthright of all beings. Humanity needs to awaken to this truth overshadowed by apathy. And as you stand there, an unwavering witness to nature's fury unleashing itself against oppression, the sun sinks low behind you, setting the sky ablaze in vibrant colors, a fitting backdrop to this transformative journey. A new era stirs among these wild creatures, signifying the dawn of a fight for justice and healing. The bear, a guardian of the wild, stands resilient against those who would harm. You instinctively know that this is not just a fleeting moment, it is a testament to the enduring bond that connects you to this sacred land and all its inhabitants. You watch, entranced, as the scene unfolds, a powerful reminder that sometimes unexpected heroes emerge from the shadows, rekindling the spirit of resistance against the shadows of cruelty. In this hidden corner of the forest, a story unfolds, a life-affirming tale echoing beyond captivity into realms of infinite possibilities. As the dust settles on the chaotic scene, you breathe deeply, the air now filled with the scent of damp earth and freedom. The cries of the liberated animals fill the atmosphere, harmonizing in a newfound symphony of life that resonates with your very core. You stand, rooted in place, your heart roaring with the rawness of the moment. This is more than a fight. This is a declaration, a resolute assertion of nature's will, a moment texturing the fabric of this forest with an aura of sacred defiance. The bear, heaving in palpable strength, surveys the remnants of what was, a swath of cages, evidence of profound suffering, now replaced by the echoes of fleeting hope. You marvel at the sight of him, standing vigil over the landscape, a guardian resolute in his resolve. He embodies the spirit of freedom, a sentinel wrought from the fury and beauty of the wild. And as you absorb the significance of it all, a profound understanding settles over you. This is bigger than the bear. This is a symbiotic dance of existence, an intricate balance of life that has been pushed to the brink, but now stands on the precipice of revival. The wild is not merely a collection of living beings, it's a complex tapestry where every thread matters. With each creature who escaped those cages, a promise for a brighter future emerges, a future where all beings reclaim their right to roam free, unshackled from the chains of capitalism and exploitation. But as the adrenaline begins to ebb, stirring reflection within you, an unsettling thought creeps into your mind. What does liberation look like when the threats remain unchanged? The bear stands tall, but beyond this moment, will the same malevolence continue its dark pursuit? The sobering reality lingers in your mind. You've witnessed the surge of justice, and yet know there is still so much work to be done. You move to a nearby clearing, finding a place where the weight of the night draws near. As twilight casts its gentle shroud over the forest, the calls of distant owls punctuate the serene landscape. The rumbling chaos fades into memory, replaced by the soft rustle of leaves and the occasional crack of twigs, sounds that remind you of life continuing, of resilience embedded in the very soil around you. In this moment of stillness, you reflect deeply. Images of suffering intertwine with hope as you grasp the extraordinary implications of what you witnessed. The bear's courage to confront the oppressors, to embody resilience, to save those who have lost hope, transcends mere physical confrontation. It is an invitation for you, and those who witness this truth to recognize the interconnectedness of life itself. You think of the stories hidden behind every closed door, every locked cage. Lives lived in silence, muted by greed and ignorance. They echo indignantly, pleading for awareness, demanding compassion. And it hits you suddenly like a surge of clarity, a reframing of your understanding of existence. No longer can you look at the world through the same lens. Liberation is not a singular act. It's a movement willing to rise against the tides of indifference paired with justice. As the stars gradually puncture the inky black of the night sky, a brilliant constellational tapestry unfolds above you, drawing your gaze. Underneath this cosmic majesty, you feel your own sense of purpose solidify. Perhaps you are merely a witness now, but your role does not end here. You can carry this story beyond the forest, amplifying the truths that need to be told, spreading awareness of the enduring bonds that connect all living beings and reaffirming the right of each creature to exist freely. The liberation you felt in that moment ripples outward, igniting embers of change. You think of the voices being stifled, the stories that remain hidden, like shadows barely visible until the light breaks through. You can be a beacon of that light, a torchbearer of compassion who exposes the hidden truths of this unfolding tragedy. With newfound strength coursing through your veins, a sense of urgency arises. This is your call to action, an awakening not just to stand by, but to become part of a greater movement. It's a pledge to consume mindfully, advocate, educate, and leverage the power of storytelling as a vehicle for change. You gaze once more at the bear silhouetted against the encroaching night, a valiant sentinel against darkness. He remains an embodiment of hope amidst adversity, a reminder that sometimes change arises from the most unexpected places. It underscores the need for vigilance against injustices that persist, for the battle for liberation stretches far beyond a single encounter. It's a collective journey toward healing. As the environment breathes in unison, you feel it linger between breaths, a whispered promise of renewal that transcends the unseen scars left behind. You are part of a continuum of life that persists and stands strong, where the tides of change continually ebb and flow. One encounter, one courageous act, can forge pathways through despair and emerge into realms of infinite possibilities. The journey doesn't end with this moment. It expands, converging into a growing collective voice replete with compassion, strength, and resilience. And as you look to the horizon, a canvas painted with the hues of hope, you grasp the profound truth that within the darkness, light still thrives. This sacred bond to the wild, that is the legacy you now carry forth, a responsibility etched into your heart. You stand as an unwavering bridge between worlds, echoing the call of freedom for every captive spirit echoing throughout the forest. The dusk deepens into night, the velvety blanket of twilight enveloping the forest as you stand in this liminal space, where the echo of chaos begins to fade into a serene reminiscence. You take a moment to breathe, allowing the air to fill your lungs with a richness that speaks of life untamed. The forest, once bound in shadows, breathes freely again. Yet as the last echoes of liberation flicker in the twilight, a sense of urgency descends upon you. This profound experience cannot be left behind. It must be woven into a greater narrative, a tale of resilience that celebrates every soul that fought against the darkness that sought to swallow them whole. You turn your gaze back to the bear, the embodiment of courage anchored in the heart of the wild. His presence looms like a sentinel in the night, illuminated under the gentle caress of stars. You realize he has not just orchestrated a moment of resistance, he has become a symbol of unity, a testament to the power that lies within all beings, waiting to surface against oppression. This bear is not merely an animal, he is a palpable force of nature, teaching you that liberation doesn't just occur through solitary action. It blossoms in the camaraderie among all creatures intertwined in this fight for existence. In your heart, you know that what you've witnessed transcends the physical realm. The landscape of the forest, from its towering trees to the whispers of the wind, carries stories trapped within its embrace. These stories resonate like an unending symphony, each one filled with joy, pain, hope, and resilience. You begin to see the poachers not as mere antagonists, but as part of a larger narrative, a narrative shaped by ignorance and unchecked ambition, desperately in need of transformation. It dawns on you. Understanding the full spectrum of this truth is essential if real change is to take root. As you turn away from the chaotic remnants and toward the path leading deeper into the forest, you streamline your focus. You are a storyteller now, an excavator of hidden truths, a beacon meant to shine light into the dim voids of exploitation unchecked. You vow to carry the stories of the liberated creatures, the push towards freedom woven into their souls, as you traverse back into the world. There are voices that need to be amplified, hearts that must be united against a common pursuit for justice. Your determination transforms the weight of what you experienced from a burden into a vibrant cause, pulsating with life. Every step echoes your commitment, a rhythmic reminder that you are part of a larger community of advocates who refuse to shy away from confronting uncomfortable realities. You envision evenings filled with narratives shared around firelight, where tales of courage inspire actions that embody understanding, foster compassion, and promote change. As night deepens, the silence swells with a palpable energy, a promise of the dawn soon to come. You find a clearing, bathed in the silver light of the moon, where the air shimmers with possibility. Sitting beneath the play of leaves, you absorb it all. The rustling whispers, the chilling air, the songs of distant night creatures. You hold your breath, the stillness wrapping around you like a protective shroud, and you feel the weight of responsibility settling softly over your shoulders. The world outside this forest exists in stark contrast. Greed has mechanized life, wrapped it in cages much like the ones the bear has torn apart. You reflect on how that same cruelty intrudes upon other landscapes, schools of thought, and systems designed to bind rather than liberate. It is not enough to merely witness. Action must follow understanding. You commit to seeking the threads of advocacy that can weave together a narrative just and true. And so, with your purpose ignited, you rise from your place in the clearing and remember the teamwork between you, the bear, and all creatures who have fought for life and dignity. You visualize a network, a web connecting lives across the globe who share this same commitment to rebalance the scales of existence. It's a movement whose heart beats beyond borders, whose soul is capable of kindling flames of courage even when shadows loom. As you venture back toward the edge of the woods, the forest begins to breathe anew. A collective sigh of relief echoed back into the universe. You can feel the heartbeat of change stirring beneath you, a thrum that resonates with every liberated creature now roaming beneath the stars. You are a custodian of their stories, armed with the weight of their truths, determined to be part of a force that acknowledges the wild's innate justice. As dawn breaks on the horizon, streaks of gold and lavender spill across the sky, a radiant promise of a new day dawning. Each ray of light dances through the trees, whispering tales of hope into the air. You pause, absorbing this beauty and all its implications. You remember that change often rises from dark valleys, just as the sun breaks through the clouds each morning, signaling the return of warmth, growth, and life. This narrative of liberation you now tireless carry is not merely a singular story. It is a movement, a spark, igniting change across the globe. There exists a community that hums with the rhythms of the wild, beating in tandem with the hearts of all those who dare to protect life in its authentic form. You stand, forever transformed, a chosen witness, an advocate, a storyteller capable of rewriting the future. You leave the forest, the bear's silhouette receding into the shadows behind you, the spirit of courage swirling around you. You step onto a path illuminated by hope, your heart entwined with the wild. It beats in harmony with every liberated soul that runs freely across the rugged terrain, the whisper of winds and blooms in the undying fight against injustice. And as you venture forth, you consciously make the choice to amplify the light, to be part of a collective journey that binds together beings across the globe, united in unwavering purpose and unyielding love for the wild. Together, a world awaits reshaping under the banners of truth, justice, and compassion, a world only just beginning to awaken to its profound potential. As you step further away from the shadowy embrace of the forest, the air around you buzzes with a renewed sense of purpose. Each footfall reverberates softly against the earth, a conscious rhythm echoing your commitment to a future where life flourishes in its myriad forms. The colors of dawn intensify, and you feel the warmth of the sun wrapping around you, a gentle reminder that hope is not merely an ideal. It is an urgent, living force that bids for acknowledgement, cultivation, and action. Your heart races with the memory of the bear, his steadfastness etched into your memory, and you carry his spirit with you like an ardent companion. You see him as a bridge between worlds, for he stands not only as a guardian of the wild. He embodies the relentless struggle all beings endure to remain undaunted against the dark forces of greed. You think of him as you traverse the landscape, envisioning his watchful gaze over the wilds, as if he too urges you forward, nudging you into action. In the upcoming days, you channel your newfound clarity into a mission. You reach out to local organizations focused on wildlife protection, sharing what you witnessed and the narrative of liberation. You bring to life the stark dichotomy of suffering and bravery, weaving tales that capture the hearts of those who listen. Slowly, you feel the gears of change beginning to turn, igniting curiosity and compassion in those who hear your retelling. You stand before groups of eager listeners, speaking of the bear's defiance, of those final moments of chaotic liberation. Faces that initially hold skepticism begin to glimmer with realization. Many gaze at you, reflecting the growing embers of awareness flickering in their hearts. People begin to awaken to the urgent need for preservation. They see the tethered experience of the wild as not just a separate existence, but as intertwined with their own. You watch as conversations blossom, branching out like the roots of the ancient trees that stand defiantly in the wild. Through dedication and collective effort, you witness the power of unity as more individuals begin mobilizing efforts to protect the forest and all its inhabitants. Awareness spreads, forcing the narratives of displacement and suffering into the light of scrutiny, inviting everyone to examine their own role within this intricate web of life. The rise of consciousness is palpable like the rustling leaves that dance in the wind, a celebration of belonging, a cry against the injustices that have long sought to dominate. Weeks pass, and as the seasons transition, so does the energy of the movement. Time becomes a fluid companion, weaving the stories of resilience into tangible action. Community members gather in the forest, holding workshops to educate children, fostering an understanding of nature's delicate balance. Each gathering strengthens the bonds among neighbors, igniting a fierce love and appreciation for the land that sustains them. Paths are worn by curious feet, trails explored and laughter shared, all serving as jubilant acknowledgments of life returning to a once muted existence. Yet, even as victories begin to unfold, moments arise that remind you of the battles still raging behind the scenes. Reports of poaching linger in the air like ominous shadows, ghostly reminders that cruelty has not entirely vanished. The weight of these truths clings to you, whispering insistently in your ear. This struggle is not over. It requires vigilance and constant advocacy. In this climate of both hope and struggle, you gather the courage to initiate community discussions focused on the scope of the challenges faced by wildlife. You propose the creation of regular forums, inviting experts and activists to address how to combat the stark realities of poaching and habitat destruction. The discussions begin to flourish, becoming a crucible for ideas, a place where empathy and expertise mingle harmoniously, inspiring innovative approaches to protect the wild. One evening, as the sun dips low behind the horizon, a canvas painted orange and purple, you seat yourself among fellow advocates, a diverse tapestry of stories woven together in shared purpose. There is palpable energy among you, a collective determination rising as the wolves draw closer in the dark, reminding you of the responsibilities that loom ahead. Your heart swells with the realization that the very act of gathering ignites resilience. Each voice adds weight to the chorus for change. You listen intently to testimonies of villagers who have seen the decline of wildlife and the suffocating encroachment of urban development. Their eyes shimmer with tears of sadness, but also glint with the fervor of hope as they share dreams of a future where the borders between human and wild blur in harmonious coexistence. Amidst the stories exchanged, the bear's silhouette hovers like a spectral guardian around you, imbuing you with a sense of purpose that cements itself deep within your heart. His spirit whispers encouragement, reinforcing the pledge to adopt a lifestyle that respects the intertwined existences of all creatures. Layers of understanding surface, revealing that liberation is not a singular act, but a continuum. A force kept alive by collective engagement, awareness, and unwavering compassion. As you leave the gathering that night, a sense of fulfillment washes over you like the gentle waves of the ocean caressing the shore. You walk under the tapestry of stars, each twinkling light punctuating the commitment that reanimates your resolve. You become acutely aware that the journey ahead will demand continuous awareness, repeated education, and unyielding love for the themes of justice and connection. Each step echoes the stories of liberation unleashed, reverberating through the hearts of those who have come together to honor the spirit of those once held captive. You know there is more work to do, more souls to awaken to their interconnectedness with the wild. Yet you emerge renewed as a storyteller, a beacon illuminating the path toward understanding, respect, and advocacy. With every dawn that unfurls, you herald a new beginning, a testament that the bear's bravery and the animal's escape are not the end of courage, but rather the beginning of a global symphony, woven with resilience and passionate voices committed to a future grounded in justice and compassion. As you traverse this landscape, you hold fast the truth that every liberated spirit story deserves to be shared, broadcasting the wild's innate call for unity across vast horizons. As the weeks pass, you find yourself at the very center of a growing movement, a dynamic tapestry woven from threads of hope, resilience, and unwavering determination. Each connection you forge reinforces a shared vision, a dream of a world where the boundaries separating human and wild dissolve into harmonious coexistence. Yet beneath this optimism, ominous shadows linger, reminders of the incessant threats that challenge your community and their mission to safeguard the wild. You listen to stories, fragments of lives intricately linked with the wild, each narrative more poignant than the last. One evening, as the sun dips below the horizon, an elderly woman regales you with tales from her childhood, where lush forests thrummed with life and harmony. "We are bound to this land," she declares softly, her eyes glistening with nostalgia. "To sever those ties is to risk losing ourselves." Her words resonate deep within you, igniting a fire to share the call to action that echoes through history. With renewed vigor, you spearhead community initiatives, collaborating with schools, conservationists, and artists. Workshops burst forth like vibrant wildflowers, reigniting a long-dormant energy among the people around you. The innocent eyes of children shine brightly as they engage with nature, learning about ecosystems and the delicate balance that sustains life. Laughter fills the air as their eager voices harmonize with the rustling leaves, a joyful chorus affirming the hope that thrives within their hearts. Yet amid this celebration of community, the specter of despair looms large. Reports of poaching surface time and again, harrowing reminders of the threats that wage war on the very fabric of your mission. The chilling truth spreads quickly through your community, and meetings become gatherings of silent anguish as families share their deepening fears for the future. You refuse to be crushed beneath the weight of despair. Instead, you stand steadfast, rallying your peers to transform fear into resolve, initiating peaceful protests, demanding action against wildlife trafficking. Together, we are stronger becomes a rallying cry echoing through the trees, a potent reminder that solidarity can extinguish darkness. As the months slip by, the air thickens with shifting seasons, and your work blossoms. The annual festival celebrating the spirit of the wild approaches, an event that fills you with anticipation. Children paint their faces to resemble the vibrant flora and fauna of the woods, while adults embrace newfound connections within the community. Yet, as laughter dances through the air, you cannot ignore the whispers of anxiety circulating among the crowd. Poaching incidents have surged, creating ripples of apprehension that intertwine with the excitement of celebration. Determined not to let fear overshadow the hope that blossoms within your community, you pull everyone together in a huddle, unity pulsating through the gathering. Each participant leans in, their eyes filled with a mix of determination and concern. The conversation flows, and together you draft a letter to local authorities and conservation organizations, urging them to consider community patrols, bringing forth technical support and resources to protect the wildlife that is the heart of your mission. As you compose the letter, your pen feels heavy with purpose. Each word becomes an affirmation of a future built on unity, a defiant stand against despair. You reach out to neighboring communities engaged in similar advocacy, refueling the fire with their insights and methods. Together, you facilitate workshops empowering others to embrace sustainable practices that honor and protect the delicate lands they inhabit. As night descends upon your gathering, you gather outside, illuminated by strings of warm lights hung like stars above. You remind everyone that these are not just actions, but a profound commitment. We are the stewards of this wild land, you declare. Every voice raised, every action taken, expands the circle of protection for those who cannot fight for themselves. In the subsequent weeks, a resolve spreads through your community like wildfire. Youths emerge as leaders, stepping into roles to educate and guide, creating an undeniable wave of support. Ideas are born in the shared spaces, inspired solutions materialize in workshops, murals rise to life against walls, filled with voices singing the praises of freedom and the beauty of the wild. Then comes a day that feels heavy with significance. You stand amongst your friends, your breath catching as you witness a powerful shift. A group of young activists approaches local officials, their voices ringing clear and resolute. They articulate their dreams of a future where wildlife flourishes unthreatened, where habitats thrive in unison, and where conservation becomes the heart of culture rather than an afterthought. In that charged moment, you watch them take a step toward the limelight, and you are swept up in their energy. A fierce reminder that the future of the wild pivots on those willing to stand and speak out. Excitement surges through you. The collective voice echoes with unwavering strength, shattering the silence that so often shrouds the plight of the wild. As the years turn, stories continue to unfold, tales of resilience weaving through the fabric of everyday life. You find yourself lost in the embrace of the forest, contemplating the personal transformations sparked by this collective journey. The bear's spirit lingers among the trees, supporting the mission resting upon your shoulders. You understand now that his fight is not just a singular act of bravery. It has blossomed into a global movement, echoing the voice of every liberated creature longing for connection, recognition, and respect. In quiet reflection, you realize every dawn brings not only the promise of another day, but also an opportunity for change. Your heart beats strongly with the knowledge that the choice to take action reverberates, cascading into a future unbound by the darkness of exploitation. As the seasons shift, the rhythm of life pulsates, a melodious connection that binds the community to the wilds they strive to protect. You have become part of a network of compassion, a living testament to the truth that united voices can rewrite the narratives that shape our shared existence. And under the stars, you know that you too are a part of this living story, one of courage and unwavering hope. The seasons continue to weave their cycles, each offering its own gifts and challenges. With spring's gentle arrival, wildflowers dance in brilliant colors, lifting spirits and inspiring the community to rally anew. Bursting with vitality, the young activists you once watched take center stage have now blossomed into leaders of their own, organizing workshops and events that energize the entire community. The air hums with anticipation, hearts beat in synchrony, each driven by the same force, the undeniable pull of responsibility to the wild. You join them often, immersed in their energy, their passion infectious. Together, you create a space where stories are shared, not just of struggles but of success too. There are tales of local families adopting sustainable practices, shifting their livelihoods to coexist gently with the land. Farmers, once ambivalent, now celebrate the return of flora and fauna that were once whispers of a lost past. Resistance shifts to collaboration, and where fear once lingered, trust begins to flourish like new-cropped fields in the embrace of sunlight. One day, you stand among a group of passionate storytellers with eyes that shine brightly, as they recount how they confronted illegal hunters threatening a local sanctuary. Their courage inspires everyone present, igniting sparks within. You can see the determination as these voices resonate into the hearts of the listeners, each one contemplating the impact their individual actions can ripple through the community. Every act of kindness to our environment is a step toward liberation. One young advocate speaks passionately, their voice steady, confronting the fears that once held them captive. The chill of anxiety is eased as everyone nods, a collective understanding brewing like burgeoning storm clouds ready to unleash rain after a long drought. As the discussions evolve, ideas spring to life, a series of community events designed to engage the public in wildlife education. Nature Walks, you propose, where we explore the ecosystems that surround us while sharing the importance of conservation efforts. The concept flows, embracing the spirit of adventure and wonder that sparked your journey from the beginning. Excitement pulsates through the group, momentum building as event dates are set and plans are solidified. You throw yourself into the preparations. Signs are made, pamphlets created, and volunteers emerge from every corner. Streets once silent transform into vibrant pathways of connection as they lead to the heart of the wild. Yet as energy surges, threads of uncertainty weave their way back in. In the backdrop, reports of illegal poaching and trafficking loom large once more, tolling like a distant bell. Every notification sends ripples through the group. We need to intimate with the problem, you remind everyone, an unwavering conviction suffusing your voice. Our efforts must include a vigilance that protects what we love. With the community united in purpose, you gather data, a critical analysis of the illegal activities plaguing the wildlife and forests in your region. You discover patterns, uncovering the locations and times when poachers strike most frequently. Armed with knowledge, you rally community patrols, teaching parents and youths alike how to recognize signs of illicit activity. Empowerment becomes the key. Interpretations of the night sky transform from mere constellations into boundary lines of personal responsibility and awareness. One night, as your team patrols the wood's edge, the world seems to hold its breath. The scent of damp earth and pine lingers thickly in the air, muffling sound, creating an ethereal silence that deepens your focus. It's a peaceful stretch of night, yet there's an underlying tension as you stand watch. Shadows flicker in the moonlight, and your heart races with the weight of both possibility and unease. You exchange whispers with fellow patrol members, eyes scanning the horizon. In that moment, with each breath, you summon the strength gleaned from stories shared and bonds forged. The lessons of the bear flood your mind. Courage is often birthed from the quiet resolve to protect what you love. Just as the tension peaks, a rustling breaks the silence, and out of the darkness, a hawk soars by, wings outstretched, elegantly gliding toward unseen heights. You take a deep breath, feeling the swell of energy vibrate through you. In mirror reflection, the hawk embodies freedom. You are determined to echo that spirit. As time unfolds, the days of the events arrive, and the volunteers move like a river through the trails, all on a mission to educate and inspire. Children dash ahead, leading tours guided by laughter, while the adults engage with stories that connect the once fractured community. You share the significance of moments spent beneath canopies of trees, recounting tales of the bear that became a guardian of those who once felt trapped. It is our duty, you say, voice strong and resounding, to protect the breath of life that flows through these woods. The crowd listens, eyes widen, hearts open. With every step, you witness the ripple effect. Individuals once distant or uncertain flow into the current of activism, each contributing their unique essence to the collective fight for nature. There's something extraordinary at play, a sense of shared faith propelling everyone toward a brighter horizon. As night falls again, you find yourself standing in the shadow of towering trees, enveloped by the echoes of laughter and joy that linger in the air. The scent of damp earth dances on the cool breeze as the community begins to disperse, conversations echoing a promising future. You lean against a tree, allowing the weight of the journey to settle within, embracing the realization that the spirit of that bear lives on within each heart gathered here that day. You can almost hear his roar, a powerful and reverberating sound that transcends fear, igniting dreams of coexistence that linger in the twilight. In this transformative journey, you embrace the knowledge that every moment invested in the wild echoes through generations, forever sculpting the land into one woven with respect, recognition, and love. As the stars begin to twinkle above, their light reflects the hopes and dreams that connect every heart to this magnificent earth. The wild's heart still beating, still resilient, caught in the breath of a collective promise. You are left standing amidst that sacred whisper, a true part of the wild's ongoing narrative, one forged from courage, community, and unwavering hope for all. Months drift on like clouds across an endless sky, each bringing new challenges and successes. You feel the rhythm of the seasons shift once more, an innate call echoing through the heart of the forest. The community's commitment to conservation remains unwavering. The events and educational initiatives yield fruit, a noticeable change in awareness and willingness to fight for the wild. Each day, the bond deepens. You share laughter and tears, celebrate triumphs and navigate fears, all while clinging to the legacy of the great bear who inspired it all. But change is rarely linear. One late autumn afternoon, as golden leaves drift silently from the trees, a hushed anxiety settles over the community. News spreads like wildfire. An illegal logging operation has been detected encroaching upon the sanctuary. It threatens the very land that has become a haven for wildlife and a source of pride for those who have committed themselves to its protection. You gather with fellow advocates, huddled closely in the tradition of warmth and unity that has become your lifeline. The flicker of lanterns casts soft shadows on anxious faces. "What do we do?" someone asks, uncertainty creeping into the room. You take a moment to breathe deeply, recalling the spirit of the bear that lingers in your heart, his power to ignite hope amidst despair. Together, you insist, your voice rising above the quiet. We organize. We create a plan. This isn't just about protecting the trees. It's about standing strong for every creature that depends on this land. Determination ignites, and you feel the spark of collective resolve lift the spirits in the room. With clarity and purpose, strategies unfold around the table. You brainstorm partnerships with local environmental organizations, media outlets, and even established legal advisors. You create a schedule to mobilize community members, organizing peaceful protests and awareness campaigns that will reach beyond the confines of your town and echo through the valleys. The next weeks unfold with a whirlwind of planning and action. Flyers ripple through the community, social media is ablaze with calls to action, and meetings buzz with inspirational stories. Children proudly carry signs they've painted, bold declarations proclaiming the importance of protecting trees for the thriving creatures who call them home. Their innocence intermingles with fierce determination, reminding everyone of what is at stake. As the day of the protest approaches, the atmosphere grows electric. You find yourself waking each morning with anticipation and dread, your heart racing for the uncertainty that lies ahead. Will your message resonate with the wider community? Will the logging companies acknowledge your presence? The protest day dawns bright yet chilly, your breath visible in the crisp air. Clad in vibrant green shirts symbolizing the lush landscape you stand to protect, you gather with eager supporters at the edge of the sanctuary. Banners wave high, echoing powerful phrases that encapsulate years of hope. Protect our home. Nature needs us. The charged energy fills you with a sense of purpose as you step into the assembly, a sea of faces all illuminated by a shared vision. Together, you march toward the logging site, determined to make your voice heard. The chant builds, a rhythmic wave of solidarity washing over everyone present. With every footfall, you feel the resonance of history beneath your feet, the collective stories of those who love this land, including the brave bear who stood against injustice. Upon reaching the logging site, you pause and your heart thrums in your chest. The sight is overwhelming. Machines loom like giants, casting dark shadows across the land. Fear grips you for a moment, but your resolve flares brightly. You step forward, taking the microphone where the collective energy finds focus. We stand here today, not just for trees, but for entire ecosystems and futures. You declare, your voice steady and resolute against the backdrop of the heavy machinery. This land is sacred, a home to so many. Each tree felled is a life lost, a cycle of abundance shattered. We choose to protect the wild, to remember the bear who roamed these woods, a guardian not just of his own, but of us all. The crowd erupts in cheers, and you see hope ignited in the eyes of every advocate gathered here. This moment feels monumental, a testament to the unyielding spirit that refuses to be silenced. You are reminded of the interconnected web that weaves through all life, how every act of courage reverberates into eternity. Hours pass like seconds, filled with speeches, stories, and heartfelt cries. As twilight settles softly over the trees, you notice the flickering lights from lanterns that have been lit in solidarity, illuminating a path toward change. You look out at the faces surrounding you, a tapestry of voices intertwined, understanding the power of connection in this fierce struggle for conservation. But as the sun sinks below the horizon, transitioning the day into a cloak of darkness, you also feel a quiet unease. This fight won't end with one protest. It requires stamina, determination, and the promise of unwavering vigilance. You take time to reflect as the day winds down, comforted by the bonds forged through struggle, resilience, and shared dreams. You hope that the brave spirit of the bear continues to guide your every step. His courage has become a part of you, intertwined like the roots of the trees you vow to protect. In the cool autumn breeze, under the glimmering stars that paint the night sky, you stand faltering yet strong. Each whisper of wind reveals stories not yet told, of lives interconnected through the cycle of seasons, an eternal reminder of the wild's heart, still beating, resilient, and fierce. You are enveloped in the promise of what is to come, of a future forged by unity, courage, and unyielding hope, echoing the whispered legacy of the guardian bear who ignited a movement. You realize then that this is only the beginning, a chapter in a narrative that awaits to be written, one filled with challenges, triumphs, and the ever-present promise of freedom for those who call the wild home. As days turn into weeks, the protest transforms into a sustained movement, the community banding together with unmatched tenacity. Yet, swept alongside triumph, shadows of doubt occasionally creep in. Will the government listen? Will the logging company heed your pleas? While hearts pulse with fervor, minds remain alert to the reality of bureaucracy and profit-driven motives. The morning sun breaks over the horizon, painting the sky with tentative hues of gold and pink. You find yourself sitting beneath your favorite tree, its sprawling branches sheltering you like an old friend. You remind yourself of the commitment you made that night, the promise to defend what is precious. Your phone buzzes, stirring you from contemplation. An invitation flickers to life on the screen. An upcoming town hall meeting. Your stomach flips slightly. This is the avenue where decisions are made, where voices can either be amplified or drowned beneath the murmur of indifference. You feel the weight of responsibility settle onto your shoulders. It's time to rise again. As you prepare for the meeting, you gather your thoughts, skimming through the stories of the bear you've woven into the narrative. His bravery becomes the heart of your message, a living symbol that encapsulates the fight for unity and respect among all beings. You know you need to echo the bear's spirit. The wild's unwavering strength resonates in every breath, igniting confidence in your desire for true change. When you arrive at the town hall, the air buzzes with anxious anticipation. Locals mill about, exchanging conversations filled with both hope and skepticism. Glancing around, you recognize familiar faces, fellow activists weaving through the crowd, ready to take a stand. You offer encouraging smiles, a silent vow circulating among you all. This fight is not solitary. It's a collective effort grounded in unwavering compassion. As proceedings begin, you hear the soft thrum of voices merging, anticipation swirling around the room and settling into every corner. The mayor's voice booms through the microphone as he addresses the crowd, touching on the balance between progress and preservation. Your pulse quickens. The tension rises palpably, and when an opportunity for public input is granted, your heart races. You stand, adjusting your posture, feeling the eyes of the room find you. As you step forward, courage flows through your veins. The stories echo in your mind. You speak from the heart, your voice unwavering. Honorable Mayor and community members, we stand here today not just to voice our discontent, but to ignite a call for action. We feel the pulse of the forest, the trees that provide life, the wildlife that connects us to the wild, and the bear who reminds us of our duty. This is not an argument against growth or industry. It is a plea to acknowledge that our existence relies on respecting the balance of nature. Your words ripple through the audience. They hang in the air, a reminder of the shared responsibility that rests upon all shoulders. Faces around you nod, capturing the essence of your passionate cry. A few brave souls speak up in support, weaving their stories into the unfolding narrative. Each voice becomes a thread, forming a tapestry of unified purpose. As the discussions unfold, you take the opportunity to listen, observe, absorbing varied perspectives that present themselves. You hear arguments for both sides, the urgent need for jobs and the profound need for environmental conservation. The dichotomy hangs heavy in the atmosphere, but you refuse to let conflict drown the mission. You step back and realize that this is about connection, a bridge needed to unite economic growth and ecological preservation. There must be middle ground, an avenue where the community can thrive without sacrificing the beautiful wild that sustains it. Days blend seamlessly into nights filled with passionate discussions, collaborative meetings, and strategic planning. The community amplifies its efforts, creating presentations that showcase statistics, success stories, and illustrated consequences of action versus inaction. Workshops materialize, encouraging locals to understand the harmony between ecological stability and economic sustainability. Yet, just as you feel the tides shifting favorably, the tension crackles anew. You receive word that the logging company has staged an opposition, preparing to release statements against the grassroots efforts of the townspeople. Your gut twists with nervous anticipation. Their resources loom large, taunting lesser efforts. But this isn't a moment to shrink back. United, you gather at the heart of the forest one rainy evening. Together, standing beneath an umbrella of unity formed by collective courage and resilience, you channel the spirit of the bear, whose roars echo in the thunderous skies above. In those moments, you breathe, drawing strength from the earth beneath your feet as you bond with fellow advocates, reflecting on the weight of shared dreams and responsibilities. Technology can amplify the messages of modern-day guardians. You strategize to release videos and images of the sanctuary's beauty, intertwining it with personal narratives that remind viewers of its vital place in the ecosystem. Film crews arrive, eager to document the struggle, the powerful essence of collective action emerging like spring blooms among the rugged terrain. You share stories, capturing the depth of the bear's impact woven into your lives, reminding the world through each frame that the efforts of community pulses just as fiercely as any wild river. And the campaign takes off, firing up like kindling ignited by a match. Social media amplifies grassroots voices, which gains the attention of environmental advocates and focuses national eyes on your cause. The ripple effect becomes undeniable. You witness momentum surge beyond the confines of your town. But as the winds shift in your favor, you reflect on a profound truth that remains. While excitement mounts, the journey isn't just about winning battles. It's about nurturing the relationships forged amidst worry, despair, and triumph. Standing again beneath the illumination of those shining stars, you hold fast to the understanding that you are a part of something much larger. Enduring waves of uncertainty lapping at your shores, you find comfort in the knowledge that the spirit of the bear lives on through every heartbeat. Every voice united in the call for conservation, blending together like the forests you so deeply cherish. You are reminded that every challenge faced bears the potential to spur growth and transformation, not just for you, but for every being that calls the wild home. The roar of the bear, a guardian of spirits and freedom, resonates not just through the trees, but lives within each longing heart ready to rise in defense of nature, a story waiting to be written together.